Now we're going. Hey man, y'all remember Jeff? Fellow Viking, man extraordinaire. Probably a year ago now, it wasn't a year. Probably 6 months or so ago, I talked about a get home bag. It's sort of the opposite of a bug out bag. And I never did anything further with it. And this is the follow up to the get home bag. You know what a bug out bag is. A get home bag is just the opposite. You're stuck somewhere and you want to get home. What prompted me to get off my ass and finish this was the gas shortage of, what was that? A month ago?
Yeah, about a month ago.
About a month ago, y'all remember the pipeline got shut down. Gas was short. Jeff and I both work in and around Atlanta in a service industry, so we're traveling from house to house to house to house to house all day long. And we just decided, if there was no gas, how do we get home? So we started working on our get home bags, and so we thought we'd show them to you. So we're going to do this by category. What category should we do first? Food?
Yeah, we can start with food.
Let's start with food, because I feel like I've been most genius on food. Of course, I feel like I'm most genius most times. So. On these subjects, I am most brilliant. You have to know the king and I to remember that one. Okay, for food, I have 4 jars of peanut butter. Now, hear me out. I'm going to do a whole new video just on this. But this jar of peanut butter has 25 servings with 180 calories per serving. So we're talking about, damn it, I can't do math in my head. And my calculator's over there. So 4,500? There's 4,500 calories in this.
One thing of peanut butter?
Yeah, 18 times 25 I think comes out to be 4,500. But anytime I try to do math in my head, it goes very, very poorly. So 4,500 calories, if the average adult needs 1,500 calories a day, just normally, if you're doing heavy labor, it can get up to, I think you can get up to needing 3,000 calories per day, if I'm not mistaken, 3,200 or something. But we're talking about survival situation here.
Think that'll work?
That's 18,000 calories. 18,000 calories in 28 ounces, so there's 16 ounces in a pound. So 12. So this is like 5 pounds. I'm not going to try to do that math in my head. It's a little over 5 pounds. So we have 5 pounds worth of weight, and weight is a big deal. 18,000 calories with fat and protein. I think this is the ultimate survival food. Also, you don't have to cook it, and it binds you up, so you're not having human waste issues. So this is my food. Oh, I should talk about how far we might have to walk.
I would say at least 100 miles.
Yeah, we have to
Very
be
least.
prepared to walk at least 100 miles. On any average day, we're between 75 and 120 miles away from home. I don't think we get much more than 120 miles away from home. Jeff lives about 6 miles from me, and then we both work all around Atlanta.
Close to Alabama. I mean, not in Alabama, but
Yeah.
from where I'm at, I can see Alabama.
So that's like 120 miles down is like the farthest point. So, and this is highly optimistic. You're talking about 20 miles a day, which is doable. I've done it before. I was young. I was in the Marines. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of miles in between me and 20 miles a day.
Take a lot of breaks.
But it's doable on foot. Also, you can't count on this, but we would actually try to find bicycles. But you got to be prepared to walk. So that's what we're looking at. 5 to 6 days of walking to get home at 20 miles a day, if you can do consecutive 20-mile days. So if you need 2,000 calories a day, which you probably need more, but we need 10,000 calories at least.
Yeah.
So I've got 18,000 calories. What do you got for calories?
All right, food. Let's see what.
You can't eat that.
I didn't bring no food. I don't have no food.
Jeff's gonna starve to death.
No, I got a plan for food.
What's your plan?
All right. I'm going to walk off into the woods, and I'm going to find the biggest, fattest female bear. I'm going to walk up to said bear, smack her on her bare ass, and tell her to cook me up a steak medium rare just the way I like it.
I think that's a realistic plan. I think that has a high probability of success. And I don't see any weaknesses in that plan. You're going to beat me home with that kind of meal. Like I'm assuming you can just get that bear then to carry you the rest of the way to home after she cooks you a steak.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't need any of this.
Yeah, I don't want to push my luck, but hey. Yeah.
All right, so here's the really dumb, hard way to get your calories, and there's the really smart, clever, thinking way to get your calories.
The video just went boom. I threw him a curveball.
I feel like nothing I can do at this point is going to be good enough. All right, what category do we want to do next?
All right, fire.
Fire. All right, let's do fire.
Me start?
Yeah, you start this time.
Okay.
The bear is going to start.
My bear,
fire.
yeah. No, my bear's needs a fire to cook my steak. So I'm going to pray down fire and brimstone from heaven.
To Elijah, this son of a bitch.
Because I forgot my ferro rod. But, see, I got a Bic, but I'm saving my Bic.
Normally you
for my
carry
cigarettes.
For your cigarettes. Yeah, you can't use your. But normally you have a ferro rod. You just forgot to put it in here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use that.
All right. So my fire is I keep a Bic in the truck. I'm actually going to set up a fire kit for this pack, which I always just do fat wood, and I'll put 2 or 3 packs of matches down in a plastic bag, a Ziploc bag, and throw that in there. I can burn down the world almost with this much fat wood. I probably won't even put this much, all of this in there.
Is that store-bought fat wood?
No, there is no such thing.
Okay. I've seen it in it.
Sometimes.
I've seen it.
Usually, though, you're just getting ripped off. Okay, so that's fire for us, for me. But I don't need a lot of fire because I don't have to cook my food.
But eating with your fingers on the way.
All right, what's next?
Hydration.
Oh, hydration. Okay, so always on my truck, I've got some amount of bottled water for just work because we're working outside and it's hot. But that's just a starter. My pack has a Camelback. And then in my pack, there is something which is quite genius. I have a water filter. This was courtesy of Ken over at Woodline Tracking. I'm going to get that wrong. Forgive me, Ken, if I got the name of that channel wrong. I'm sorry. It's just a little cated in. It goes really fast. I really like it. And I'll fill my Camelback up as needed. And of course I'll have that stuff to start off with. And I usually have cold water on the truck. I usually have ice in the cooler. And so now for us down here, we're living in the Northeast, we have streams every
Yeah, you could trip over water.
every 20 feet, so it's just a question of cleaning it. So that's my plan for water.
My turn?
Oh yeah.
All right, hydration.
I knew this is where this was going. This video should be titled "Good Idea, Bad Idea."
Yeah, and notice it's a Pepsi product.
Good idea,
It's Coca-Cola's asshole.
bad idea.
I got a I got that for just take care of my cravings. I do have a water filter.
Oh, that's a water filter?
Yeah.
How's that one work?
You pull this off. Let's see. Take this off. Sit down. Fill this up with water and you press it down.
And how long does it take to do a gallon of water?
Oh, I don't know. I've never used it.
But it looks like it does okay.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about humping with weight. My pack
I
with
got an extra bottle for you.
yeah, we need. I mean, water is. We're
But
gonna.
like you said, I carry water on the truck also.
Yeah, we need lots of water though.
So I would probably drink as much of that down as I could right from the get-go.
If we
Because
were,
your best canteen is your body. So
yeah. So if we were late July, height of summer, yeah, we could go through a couple gallons of water a day.
yeah.
But that works. That's not as good an idea as the Mountain Dew, obviously, but as a backup to the Mountain Dew.
Gotta have a plan.
Okay, so We both got water covered. What next?
Shelter?
Shelter. It's my turn to go first. Okay, shelter's gonna be simple for me. The idea here, now this is northeast Georgia. I mean, at the coldest part of the winter, it gets down, sometimes it'll get down in the teens, but that's rare.
Yeah.
So, this is a pack light freeze at night scenario here. And maybe in the height of winter, this isn't enough. I think it would keep me alive.
I mean, I'm gonna cold up my bears.
Yeah, him and the bear are gonna be fine. So we've got a 7 by 9 foot tarp, and really rather than set up a tent, and I got a brand new one in the wrapper for a reason, so it'd be flat and easy to pack. I think I'd just roll up in this. Just roll up.
Why not a poncho?
They have holes. They have big holes in the middle of them. So I would roll up in my poncho liner.
Okay.
And my tarp. And if I did need to build a shelter, the tarp's fine with the shelter. I don't have this in the pack because this is always on my truck, just in case I got to tie something down. So I've always got some cordage on the truck. And if this really happened, I'd throw this in the pack. And so I've got poncho liner and a 7 by 9 tarp. And I think, with the ability to light a fire and being in northeast Georgia, at the worst part of the year, it would be close, uncomfortable. But also at the worst part of the year, I've got jackets on me.
Yeah, you got your clothing on.
Because we work outside.
Yeah.
So we've got gloves and jackets and hoodies. I think it's survivable. If you don't have a bear to snuggle up with, I think the tarp and the poncho liner are going to keep body and soul together.
Yeah. All right. Shelter.
Shelter.
All right, I got my bushcraft knife.
Oh, nice.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, I like this one.
And no bushcraft knife is complete without a baton.
Oh, God.
So I'm gonna
Can I use your bushcraft knife to cut my throat?
I'm gonna use my bushcraft knife.
What are you going to baton, the bear?
And my baton with my bootlaces and build me a shelter.
What are you going to
bushcraft that baby?
What are you going to cover the shelter with? Your bootlaces?
I get some grass, some pine boughs.
You need your bootlaces in your boots for walking.
Multitasking.
Why carry this when you could make this on the spot?
Everybody has. Don't you have a ready-made baton?
I don't. Yes, it's for when I'm cheering at football games in my sparkly skirt with my pom-poms. I have my baton, and it's go team. That's what batons are for. The word itself is French. This has. Oh.
You're speaking blasphemy.
The bear was a great idea. I'm just done.
All right, so there's my shelter.
That's not a shelter. That's a stick and a knife.
Imagine the possibilities.
There are no possibilities. I
can bushcraft the hell out of a
You
shelter.
are walking 20 miles a day, and you are collapsing at the end of the night to grab as much sleep as you can before you get up and walk 20 miles a day. You can barely stay awake while your she-bear cooks your steak for you. You are not bushcrafting an entire shelter.
Well, I'm gonna start with the stool, and I'll work my way to the shelter.
You start with the stool. You mentioned something we should talk about, though, and you said bootlaces. And we both wear work boots. You can't see that. And if we were white-collar workers who were driving 75 miles a day commuting to our office jobs, we would need to think about having good, sturdy shoes.
Probably some better clothes.
But we have work clothes. We wear boots. And to that end, if you've ever humped weight, and I have humped some weight, almost more than anything else, you want socks and you want foot powder and something I haven't gotten yet. I meant to get it today and I forgot. It's called moleskin. And it's this, that's what we called it. I don't know what real people call it. But it's like this felt with a glue on the back. And when you start getting blisters, you cut it bigger than the blister, and then you cut a hole in the middle of it, the size of the blister, and you put it around the blister, and it takes the friction off of the blister. and it stops the blister from getting worse. Because I promise you, 20 miles a day, 5 days straight, your feet are going to be destroyed. Socks, talcum powder, and moleskin were probably more important even than she-bears.
Yeah, I didn't think about footwear. I was really counting on that bicycle idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the bicycle idea. I've only got 4 pair in here right now. I'm going to get 6.
All right, I'm gonna have to add some socks.
And I've got 2 pair of underwear.
Unless I run
just
across him,
because.
then I'm just gonna take his.
The she-bears. Yeah. Gonna take mine. What else? Oh, you've got fun stuff. You want to do self-defense next?
Self-defense. What can we start with? Start with my binoculars.
Oh yeah, actually no, that's a really good idea. Now I hadn't.
They're not. It's not night vision, but I mean it's pretty close to night vision. It's just one small minor detail. I can only use these during the day, so they're really not like night vision, I guess.
I get very
All right.
close.
Yeah, well.
But that, I mean that is, but excellent point. You know, we don't know what the hell's going on. You know, you can scout ahead. You know, check that next exit. You know, down the highways, long shots, and you know you can find out if that's just a random vehicle fire up there or there's someone set up a makeshift checkpoint. I didn't think about this at all. You know, making fun of the bears aside. What?
I'll trade you for your socks.
It might be worth it.
All right, I got a gray scary firearm. Safe and clear.
And this is that Walter.
Yeah.
A CCP. That'd do everything you need to do in this scenario.
And I got a scary black firearm.
Man, you are covered over.
Safe and clear. It's a little Ruger 22.
That's a 22. Yeah. This might be the ideal for this scenario. You know,
Not too much noise.
light, quiet. You know, just to do some little stuff. I mean, you've already got the she-bear on your side.
Yeah.
You know, this might be the ideal.
Well, I got more.
Come on.
Yeah. Got the scary green firearm.
See,
Safe and clear.
I think if you're if you're worried about self-defense, then by God, worry about self-defense. I mean, you know, you've already got a flash hider on
It
this.
doesn't work very well though.
Well, nothing works well with this
Yeah.
barrel length. We got it. Anyway, I think if you're gonna do the firearm, and then do the damn firearm.
And don't worry, no firearms were harmed during the production. of this
No
video.
firearms are harmed during this, and no she-bears either. But just in case that she-bear turned on you.
Well, before anybody watches this video, I'm gonna lose all these firearms in a boating accident.
Yeah, they're all gonna go in a tragic boating accident.
Yeah. So.
See if we can adjust that. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, I unloosened that just to shorten it so it.
Oh,
okay.
I think this is you need a sling.
Yeah.
You need a sling, but once we get a sling on here, you're good to go. I do not have a firearm.
Oh, I got plenty to trade you since you got so many socks.
Yeah, I'll trade you. Well, I'll trade you some socks for your pistol now. I am working on a 9mm build that will probably go with this setup. It's just stalled out. It's going to be a while before I get it done. In this scenario, a firearm is a big deal. It is a big deal. All right, what do we got else left? Just miscellaneous?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do miscellaneous. So I don't have a cool bushcraft knife, but I have a tarp, and so I'm not relying on the bushcraft knife to keep me dry.
What he's saying is he has no skills.
I have no skills.
Yeah, no skills.
I carry a little Leatherman. It's just a little pocket knife. It does everything you need a pocket knife to do.
I got one of those too.
Yeah. These are useful for what we do. Always on the truck. We talked about the cordage. Always on the truck. I've got this steel forestry axe, which I'm probably going to take off the truck. I have decided I don't like it. It's heavy and it's not that useful. But I don't have the axe I want to switch it out for yet. I'm going to use one of the Collins lemon axes, or boys axes, but I refuse to call them boys axes. But I'm going to customize it a little bit. So until I customize it, this Forestry Service axe stays on the truck. And I would grab that, and believe it or not, I do not want to hear any shit out of anybody I always have on the truck a silky saw. I do not know if I would grab this or not. If I would just leave it on the truck.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't know what the purpose would be.
I got a bushcraft. I don't need to use that. But yeah.
What I use, we work around houses, and sometimes you've got to trim your trees back off a trellis to get to the house, and so you want to leave a nice, pretty prune, and so I use this for pruning back like mimosa trees and just stuff around fancy people's fancy houses, and it's really good for that. I don't know why I would grab it in this scenario though.
I mean, we're just getting home.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason to have to stop Bill.
And there's really nothing I would need to do with this that couldn't be better done with an axe, although a different axe. This is just too damn heavy. I know why people buy these. It's throw in the back of your truck.
He's just proving my point.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yes. Yes, and so with this, you can whittle a branch,
I can make toothpicks. I gotta get the snake out of my teeth.
and you can take the branch and hold it over your head and keep the rain off of your toupee. Well, portions of your toupee. It's a nice knife. It is. It's a nice knife. I like it. Who made it? PKS.
That is Dave Canterbury.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of his knives.
It's a nice knife. I like it. But the knife isn't going to keep you dry.
The baton will.
No, yeah, just the baton will. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Oh, okay. So also under miscellaneous, navigation. I've just thrown this in here just because I had it. Why not?
I forgot the cards.
I got an old road atlas and just cut out the section of the state we're interested in. Actually, a little bit bigger of a section of the state than we're interested in, but I could cut this some more. Because we don't really need...
Once we find an expressway or a highway,
Yeah,
or
once you get
interstate,
to the highway,
yeah,
it's like... I know people are always saying, you gotta stay off the highways. Highways will be... I don't... That's some Mad Max stuff, Highways are inconvenient and they're out of the way.
I think I got highways covered.
And if we're on foot humping, everyone's on foot humping, and how many people are going to really be on the highways? I don't think they're going to. I think
there'll probably be a lot of standing around wondering what's going on. That's maybe. Oh, my phone don't work, or I'm out of gas, or whatever happens, whatever scenario it is.
So, without the axe and without water, my get up is 17.5 pounds, and I've got 18,000 calories and an emergency shelter. I feel pretty good about that. I think I could stay alive and have a good chance of getting home.
Yeah,
What do you think?
very nice.
Now I want to add a set of binoculars. I think the binoculars are an excellent idea because we are on the highway.
He almost said baton.
No, I did not. Unless we're gonna have a parade. Da 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 da. I do that a little too well. All right, so what are you gonna add? You're gonna add calories.
Yeah, I gotta add food.
The she-bear is not reliable.
But it was funny.
It was very funny.
And like socks, food.
Tarp,
Yeah, I'd add a tarp.
some
I think I would go with a poncho.
poncho.
Yeah.
See, the problem is ponchos. You can roll up in them. I can't remember how. I could grab one real quick. I've got one right there, but this is probably already getting long. But if you lay them out and try to roll up in them, it's like your feet aren't going to be covered. I think if you lay diagonal, you can get close, but it still doesn't wrap. This tarp is 7 foot by 9 foot.
You could wrap up in it.
It can just wrap up, and
Yeah, that would probably be a better option.
and have multiple layers. And if I did want to put it up, I can. There's enough there where you can do what are those shelters that they put half of the tarp and then they angle it up and hang. It's versatile. Now you've got body armor in here.
I do need to add more cigarettes, so I don't think 2 packs will get me home. Yeah, and it's actually pretty light.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
That's 3A body armor, so it's up to 9mm submachine gun, or I think it's 40 cal submachine. I can't remember. It's up to a submachine gun round though.
It's actually the first time I wore it. But
All right, tell us what you think. Get home bag. For most of you, and I'm not being insulting, but for most of you, the biggest issue is footwear. Comfortable, footwear that's going to be tight fitting and not give you massive blisters. I know the hiking sneakers are like all the rage right now. I think they're a terrible idea because when you're humping weight, your balance is off and you need the extra support in your ankles because you can twist your ankle pretty easy, especially if you got high arches.
Yeah, we have no med.
Neither one of us have a first aid kit.
I do have one in the truck, but I didn't.
Deliberately on my part, I'm not going to carry a first aid kit. If I need first aid, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
This is I'll have that moleskin. Yeah, what first aid would we need though? Well, everyone's screaming right now, and they're saying blood clot and bandage and.
Yeah, I mean I'm very handy with my knife, so I'm not gonna cut myself. So.
And you could bushcraft yourself a hospital if you needed it with nurses and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe,
but yeah, I mean if.
I should put a first aid kit on the truck.
Yeah, I do have one on the truck.
I don't have one on the truck, and then if
it just has gauze and tape in it, just in case I cut myself.
That's probably all. Anything beyond that, and
yeah.
All right. Our whole purpose is to get home.
Get home fast as we can.
All right. Tell us what you think, men. Unload on us. What are we forgetting? Go ahead. You can even go after us about the first aid kits if you want. We appreciate you. Thank you.